Well, Monty, delighted to welcome you back to Goldenton Road for the 2025-26 Champ Rugby campaign, returning to Bedford for a second stint. You must have obviously enjoyed it in your first. Back for what is going to be a new league structure next year. First of all, your thoughts going into the new campaign?
Really excited to come back to Bedford. Obviously a program I know, and you're really excited to come back to Goldenton Road, where the fans are always fantastic and the rugby is something I'm familiar with, and ready to step back into the fold.
Talk to us about We'll speak actually about some of your jet-setting adventures since departing Goldenton Road. But you've swapped sides of the scrum. That's going to be the key news that fans will read when the press release comes out. Any reason for that? Was there a particular coach that maybe mentioned that to you? What's your thought process behind that?
So after a great campaign in 22-23, I got an offer to come out to Australia under Nick Scrivener as head coach. And he wanted me to play at tight head. It was something that I'd done the odd bit throughout my journey so far, but not something I'd done full time. But he and forwards coach Jerome Villiers, a Frenchman, thought I could knuckle down and get into it. And had a fantastic first season there, getting to the grand final, and sort of stepped on from there and continued to be playing both sides in my second season. And then after moving away from Vikings in Canberra, moved up here to the Gold Coast. And I'm now working under Petrus du Plessis, who is a very renowned forwards coach, but a former tight head in his day. So being able to sort of learn under him has really honed in my skills, and something I'm excited to show that I've learned coming back to Golden Road.
For somebody like myself who hasn't got a clue what happens at the coal face of a scrum, talk to us about the differences. What's the difference between a loose head and a tight head? What have you had to improve upon?
Um, you've obviously got both shoulders coming into the scrum. It's you've got a lot of weight coming through, and as a result, needed to bulk up a bit since my last time playing in Blues colours. So that's been a real big stance there, but also just really honing in on technique, making sure you're strong and stable, and setting up a great platform for the backs. Yeah, it does start from the forwards, and the backs decide how many points. And with Maisie and Dino in a back line, I'm sure there'll be many to come.
Yeah, 2 years away, but a lot of continuity. That's what Bedford has always prided itself on in recent years. So actually, quite a lot of the squad you will know. And in the prop division, obviously, Joey was there when you were there. Ocean was there as well. So that sort of union, okay, Jamie Jack wasn't there, but is in now. But sort of 75% of the squad, you know, in those positions. So that will help the transition as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to come into a squad where you already know the familiar faces, it's not quite a fresh start. You're able to know the players around, and obviously coaching staff and support staff. So it is a real easy transition into the team, and something I'm really excited to get involved in, as well as all the other new players. For me in particular, I've come away, spent a couple of years honing in my skills, and to come back and show that is a fantastic opportunity.
you you rejoin a club that finished second in the championship last year. We go into now a champ rugby structure for 2025-26. From the outside looking in, how exciting is it next year? New players coming back, always saying, playoffs is going to be exciting, all those kind of things. By the time we announce your signing, fixtures have come out. We've got Boxing Day. We've got those special memories. It's going to be a really exciting campaign.
It is, and coming into a team that has finished second in the league, it shows that you're punching around at the right areas, and being able to come up and sort of have a real opportunity to push on and upwards, and fight with the best is a fantastic opportunity. Especially with Worcester Warriors coming back into the fold, and other teams clearly pushing hard and wanting that promotion. It makes it really interesting. Lots of new players signing, not just for Bedford, but for across the league. And I think it's going to make it really competitive. But Bedford's always punching around at the top and finishing second last year. I think is a really good set of momentum going into what Mike Rea wants to put forward for his team.
Let's talk personal targets. Don't take this the wrong way. I was surprised when I was researching again how many games you actually played at Golden Road, because actually we did have a lot of competition in the Lucette jersey the season you were there with. Lewis Halsey was in and around it as well, so there was more competition than we normally have for a prop jersey. I think 19 games in total in the end. Obviously, swapping to the other side, only two recognised tight heads in the team. That will obviously sort of be helpful because you've got to have two in a matchday squad. Talk to us about the personal targets for you next season.
I think the personal targets for me is to make a real impact for the playing squad. Last time coming in, I was straight out of university, possibly slightly underdeveloped, and it was a real opportunity for me to learn my trade. I was really grateful for the opportunity to show that at that level. And then when I left, something that Mikey said was to go out, get game time, get experience. And then the door was always open. So to be able to come back and sort of have a real impact into the squad coming in, I think is going to be a real target of mine, and to make a real impact going forward.
You've done these press conferences with me enough. You know it's the same question to end all the time. Obviously, some fans that took to you a couple of years ago, you obviously loved your time here. You've spoken about them already. But 5 weeks to go till our first game of pre-season, and then into an exciting Champ Rugby campaign. What's your special message for the supporters going into the new season?
Um, just say that they're always so loud, so appreciative of the players. And all the home games are very special, especially those Friday night games. But something that I really enjoyed at my last time at Bedford was the travelling support was always fantastic. Didn't matter where we were, whether it was Caldy or down in the depths of Penzance, they were always coming around. So being able to know that wherever we were going, that we'll have fantastic supporters, I think will be something I'm really looking forward to.